For me, and I think it'll be interesting to see. We talked about this on the Chicago Bears podcast yesterday, and it's kind of changed my perspective on Max Crosby. Not that I don't think Max Crosby is a phenomenal player, but if you're going to go all in because you believe this is a Super Bowl window, leave no doubt.
No doubt.
Go all in.
Go all in.
You pick up the phone, you call the Cleveland Browns. You say, I got 3 first-round picks for you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy.
That's what we starting at.
We're getting team.
Now, which players you want? If you're going to go all in, go all in.
Dang, you want players too?
It's Myles Garrett. You got no choice. If you're going to go all in, go all in. Right? Like because here's the thing. There is no doubt.
There's no doubt.
Myles Garrett shows up here. There is no doubt. Yes, your window's maybe a little bit shorter, even though Myles Garrett's phenomenal and probably going to play for another 5-6 years. But if you're going to go all in, don't, for lack of a better term, don't pussyfoot around it. You know what I mean? Because not to say that Max Crosby will be that. I think Max Crosby's a phenomenal player. But if I have to hurt my team anyway, I want the best.
You can go for the juggler.
If I have to remove players from my team that I think are impact players, you move on from DJ Moore. I know it's easy to say move on from DJ Moore, get rid of his money. That's the easiest thing to do. DJ Moore blocks.
That's lazy.
DJ Moore is a phenomenal pass catcher. DJ Moore is an option consistently for Caleb Williams in the clutch. DJ Moore means a lot to this team. You can't just move on from DJ and be like, oh, it's going to be the same thing as everywhere. You can't teach dog. And I think because of that, I like how DJ said it, must be gambling. I think because of that, he definitely came in short on somebody catch on that one. We hear a loud rhetoric on it. If you're gonna go all in, don't mess around about it. Like I would literally be like, I got Montez, I got Jalen, I got 2 first-round picks for you. What you want to do? And we did. I don't know if y'all saw this. Adam Schefter said this today. There's a team, and I kind of think it might be the Bears. There's a team that is out there. That this offseason is going to be pushing for, because you know you can only offer 3 drafts worth of picks, that is going to be pushing for it to go up to 5.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Excuse me?
5 first-round picks is crazy.
Yeah.
5 first-round picks is
players
crazy.
if that's it.
5 first-round picks is crazy.
Depends on who you.
But if you going all in,
how much is a Super Bowl worth to you?
That's crippling.
no, that's crippling. If you don't win a Super Bowl, you need to be shot if you give up 5 drafts.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Because almost, if you remember the Jay Cutler trade, it crippled us for a while afterwards.
Yeah.
And that was 2 and a second round. That was 2 first and a second.
Yeah.
So if you're giving up 3, that's detrimental to your organization.
But honestly, I think the difference is, right, if you do it for a quarterback that helps you get over the top, you see that work. Only time we've seen the team do that is the Rams. Only time we've seen a team go all out and say, I'm going to give you my quarterback, I'm going to give you these first-round picks, and you give me Matthew Stafford. They won a Super Bowl out of it. They have been perennial Super Bowl contenders. They have always been in the mix. He won MVP this year. It has worked out for them. They had one down year. That down year got you Jared Verse. You know what I mean? It's truly worked out for them. But it is the quarterback position. It's the one time that I think you can do that.
But they also drafted very well in those second and third rounds. They really filled their organization with quality players without having your number 1 pick. So if we can replicate that, then it can work. But if we can't, then you end up crippling your organization.
Well, listen, a lot of this is still dependent on, hey, Ryan Poles, you got to get the rest of it right.
Yeah.
Because now you are going with the draft class being the answer and stuff like that. But for me, I am kind of leaning towards build through the draft unless you're going to go all in, because there isn't a conversation where you're not giving up a player that helped you have the success that you're getting here.
All right, kid.
There's no conversation in the world where you're moving on to add a piece that you're not giving up an important piece that's a part of your team. That's the game that you played, unfortunately, because of bad contracts that you signed.
Myles Garrett just did a podcast with Michael Parsons.
It's hilarious.
And it's hilarious. It's
great banter.
It's literally Micah trying to beat his chest and Myles going, but you're not me.
It's like, you still little bro.
He said, I only played 13 games this year. He said, 13 games, I had 18 sacks. I was like, okay.
Yeah, bro.
So, and Myles Garrett himself says, you're going to get there in the next 5 years. So he's already saying, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for a while. Here's my thought process. How many people are going to be like Mike Vrabel and get their team in 1 year to the Super Bowl?
Not many. It's very
Not
rare.
many.
It's very rare.
It don't happen. Now, a lot can happen in the season, and look at what happened with us.
Yeah.
But there are a total of about 10 teams that are in flux right now.
Yep. All because of cap.
All because of cap. All because of bad firing, bad hiring, whatever the situation is. Yeah. There has not been this many teams in a long time that have a lot of fluctuation this way. This is your window. There's not one team out there that I am like definitively afraid of that I feel like we can't compete in any way as is. Yeah. With that being said, you go all in. That's why the thumbnail was the thumb. You got to get one of those too. I get you. I get, trying to build through the draft and things of that nature. There's nobody in this draft that's going to give me the impact that Myles Garrett can give me immediately. There's nobody in this draft that can give me the impact that Max Crosby can give me on the defensive immediately. The name alone strikes enough fear for people to be like, where's he at?
Yeah.
Right? We have, and you think about the pieces you would have to give up. The one thing I love about Ben Johnson's offense is that he's made everyone a weapon.
Yeah.
Luther Burden is a weapon. Yeah. Colston Love is a weapon.
Is the keys.
They're all weapons. Yeah. They all get enough opportunity. Jade Walker. They all have opportunity. So I'm not sitting there saying, these people are, DJs expendable. But if you're trying, it's a copycat league. We see what worked. We see what Seattle did. Seattle made two moves. They bet on Sam Darnold to go out there and let him put up the ball and make mistakes. He led the league in INTs. Yeah. But he also had 4,000 yards, 25 tuds, and that whole team believed that he could get them there. The city of Chicago believes that Caleb Williams can get you there.
I agree.
INTs,
Listen,
whatever.
If Caleb
right?
gets up to 65%, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. He might be the best quarterback in the NFC.
You have to go all in now because you're not going to have in the next couple years the same amount of flux, the same amount of people who are like. When's the next time we're going to see a Max Crosby and Myles Garrett in a situation where they're unhappy? Potentially, and we know it happens a lot.
It's a lot of bad football.
It's a lot of bad football.
Yeah, you might see that.
Drafted the
but guess what?
Team, so.
But both of those people are on teams that are like definitively like, what are you all doing?
Yeah.
You all have no idea what you're doing. Most teams that have like I know it's on the offensive end, but the AJ Brown situation, he just ain't getting utilized right. But they won. Yeah. They're winning. Yeah. Myles Garrett is not winning. He broke the sack record on a losing team. Max Crosby
had the best defensive football.
And Max Crosby is on a bad team.
Yeah.
Everything is aligned for you to go in right now. And if you swing and you miss, nobody in the city is going to fault you for saying, hey, you gave up 3 firsts and a player for Myles Garrett for us to be contenders, because look at what's happening. This is not going to be a Minnesota situation where you took a chance on the kid and
no, you going with the answer.
Yeah. This is so you have to go in all in now. Now I was always
I'm not opposed.
Don't hamstring your team and stuff like that. But there's too much evidence and there's too much opportunity. We won't have a window like this.
Here's the.
I ain't giving 5 picks.
I give 3. I give you 3 first.
I give you 3.
I give you 3 first for Myles.
Easy money. Myles Garrett is. I think it's funny because we always talk about he's a top.
I give you 2 in a second for Max.
I think we always talk about he's a top 5 pass rusher and all of that stuff. Myles Garrett is one of the best football players we've ever seen
of all time.
Yeah. Like he is one of the greatest football players we have ever seen. He is not just arguably the greatest pass rusher that we have ever seen. He is truly one of the greatest players to ever strap up a helmet in football history. I think that makes such a difference on the conversation of going after a guy like Myles Garrett, going all in, moving heaven and earth to go get him because of the status of player and the continued production that he has shown you throughout his career. Here's the one thing that I would push back on, though. You talked about it being a copycat league. The 2 teams that were just in the Super Bowl have $30+ million both in cap space. I believe the Seahawks have $80 million in cap space going into next season.
And they have most of their key players on contract.
The teams that get in trouble historically are the teams that try to spend money to fix their mistakes. Dial was a mistake. Grady was a mistake. When you spend so much time,
the draft mistakes.
Grady was a mistake contract wise. Grady was not a mistake for what he brought as far as a leader on the team. But contract wise, Grady is making way too much
signing
money.
is always a correction of bad draft.
Of bad draft picks. Yeah. You have to start to get that part right. Otherwise, you chase your tail, you chase your tail, you chase your tail, and you never catch it.
Well, if you listen to Ryan Poles, I mean, technically, isn't he saying, hey, we're not going to do anything that you all want us to do, like do something
that is his final statement,
and outlandish, like give 3 or 4 picks away to address something right away in like a get-rich-quick scheme. No, this is going to take time, and so building through the draft is probably what he's intended on doing anyway.
I would agree with you. That's a different conversation if Cleveland answers the phone and goes, if you give us DJ Moore and Jalen Johnson and 3 first-round picks, we'll give you Myles Garrett.
I got a rookie QB that I ain't have to pay yet.
Hey,
that's a lot.
I got a QB.
Your best DB, your best receiver, and your best draft stock.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on both sides of the ball.
But they're gonna be in the 20s, so it's not like you getting a top 5 pick.
It's still a top first. It's still your first.
It's still a first round pick. First round picks are important.
Because what if we're bad the next year, and then the next year after that? We're just talking about this year.
If we're bad, it's because somebody got hurt.
Well, I'm assuming Myles is going to be pretty good for years to come.
That's nice, but you just took away your best DB. You know we had DB issues this year with everybody else.
You know why we have DB issues?
Because
you have no pass rush.
I get that.
Like, listen. Yeah. It's a very different conversation. Now, is that the route I want to go? Do I think that mortgaging your future to bet on Myles Garrett is the best bet for you to make? No. Is it a different conversation if that actually is dangled in front of your face?
Yes.
Yeah.